Number 21, marriage and the resurrection. This comes from Mark 12, verses 18 to 27. Here's some selections. Jesus was approached by some Sadducees, religious leaders who say there is no resurrection from the dead. They posed this question: Teacher, Moses gave us a law that if a man dies leaving a wife without children, his brother should marry the widow and have a child who will carry on his brother's name. Well, suppose there were 7 brothers, and they spin this yarn out. This brother marries a woman, he dies, and so the next brother marries her, he dies, and successively till all 7 have had the same woman. Now this is laughable in their culture because it was allowable for a man to have multiple wives, but not for a woman to have multiple husbands. But the question was, and I continue with the passage, whose wife will she be in the resurrection? This seems so ludicrous. It was like they were saying, obviously God would not allow that to happen, so there can't be any resurrection. For all 7 were married to her. Jesus replied, your mistake is that you don't know the scriptures and you don't know the power of God. For when the dead rise, they will neither marry nor be given in marriage. But now as to whether the dead will be raised, haven't you read? He's the God of the living, not of the dead. Now how Jesus does that is that he talks about that God is the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And the scriptures say that after Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are dead. And because it says he is, in present tense, he says he's not the God of the dead, but of the living. So that means Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are alive. So he exposed their double standard on marriage and exposed their ignorance of God and the scriptures and his ways. It's important to understand, though, that it says that there won't be marrying or being given in marriage in heaven. Doesn't mean that there's not family. There's not new marriages. The only wedding ceremony that is there in heaven is the marriage feast of the Lamb. But family will still be recognized in heaven. In this very passage, he talks about family dynamics. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're a family. And so our choices here and the relationships will last beyond this life.